Hello and a very warm welcome back to my channel. This afternoon, we give you a piece of breaking news: poor Harry ordered home but Meghan threatens divorce. A tragic ending awaits Harry. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, Prince Harry has reportedly been called home to help William as their father Prince Charles is struck by the virus. According to an out-there report by the notorious National Enquirer, Charles allegedly told Harry, "You must come home." But as the insider claimed to the American publication, the future King of England reportedly told his son he wasn't taking no for an answer. That said, Harry apparently refused to head back to the United Kingdom, with the Duke of Sussex allegedly telling his father his presence was needed by his wife Meghan's side. Not accepting no for an answer, Charles reportedly ordered Harry to come home and sent a Royal Air Force to collect him. Harry eventually relented, but rumor has it that Meghan then supposedly threw a hissy fit. She allegedly then gave her husband a dramatic ultimatum, according to the outrageous publication, chose her of his family. According to the magazine's reputed source, the couple are now supposedly teetering on the brink of divorce. "It's been under strain for weeks as the reality of their new life hits home," the source sensationally claimed to the publication. "The big problem is whether their marriage will survive. If it goes downhill, courtiers are bracing for a bitter divorce," they added. Amid their crisis, social media has been flooded with commentary on their potential breakup. One person wrote on Twitter, "I knew Prince Harry will live in regret for the rest of his life by following Meghan's wrong counsel. The next thing you will hear is she has divorced him because she's in the land of the free, where everything is possible." Another person tweeted, "Meghan is not stupid. This girl is working it. No prenuptial agreement and she has moved Prince Harry to a community property state. She would receive at the least half of Prince Harry's assets in a divorce, children or not." A third person added, "Silly Harry, when Meghan decided to divorce, what Harry seems to not understand, because of their children, he will be ruined, all his money and their house will belong to Meghan. He will return broke in England, to obtain a royal subsidy by the Queen, such as a spoiled rich kid." Meanwhile, Prince Harry is said to be struggling with feelings of helplessness after Meghan bans him back to home. According to an insider, the father of one feels helpless and is trying to keep regular contact with Charles and the Queen, but the time difference is making it difficult. But many royal fans blamed him. The first wrote, he wanted a more private life, but moved his son to a place where the paps are like rabid dogs. Life is about choices, Harry picked her, stop whining. He's never thought his son will have no contact with his cousins. A fan agrees, what a crock. The time difference? Get up earlier or go to bed later. You don't have a job, dude. Why did Markle want to be close to her friends and Doria as she is isolating? What lies they tell. Go away. I predict the wedge in their relationship is firmly lodged. If he retains any masculine traits, he will soon realize that while Markle got all she wanted, he was left with nothing. Another added, so it's just occurred to him his 93-year-old grandmother and his 71-year-old father, whom he's taken massive advantage of and thrown their generosity back in their faces, will not be around forever? My goodness, I wonder what spell was cast on him, or has he always been this addlepated and we just didn't know?" The second wrote, "I am sorry, really. They left the safety of Vancouver Island to be closer to her friends and her mother, with no mention of his friends and his father. He could have brought his family back to Windsor and all the security and privacy they could desire. Yes, he is concerned about the fact that neither his father or grandmother would be here forever because that's the day the unemployment benefits stop." One fan reply, "Why should he feel guilty? Because he left his father and brother to do all the work without him? That he's not there for his grandmother and father in their old age, after they gave him so much from the moment he was born? That he finds it hard to consult a watch like everybody else to calculate time differences for his phone calls? Or because every day he's blathering on about more privacy while he and his wife are really, and desperately, seeking attention with press calls and planted stories? Hard to choose just one, especially in these desperate, frightening times when turning your back on duty and the public good is a hard sell." A fan also agrees and thinks that, "Oh, Harry. It's just beginning. The trainwreck life that you've chosen has only just begun to destroy you. Just wait until your grandparents pass and you're not there for them. Just wait until you figure out that you're an object of ridicule in the US, just as you are in Britain and Canada. Just wait until Archie is old enough to understand what you've robbed him of, and wants nothing to do with you. But keep going. Meghan must be kept happy at all costs. The next comment is, this is why the Queen said everything will be reviewed in 12 months. The chances of him regretting the decision is high. It just depends on how stubborn he is as to whether he will try to come back into the fold. His grandfather will turn 99 years of age this summer, and was hospitalized over Christmas. The Queen is nearly 94. Is it seriously only occurring to him now that they won't be around forever? Charles is no spring chicken either, but apparently it's taken him getting struck with coronavirus for Harry to notice. Selfish? Thick? Or both? But a fan angry and reply, he doesn't get a redo. He turned his back on his people, his country, his obligations, his brother who has stood by him through absolutely everything imaginable, and his family. He is as selfish as they come. His mother would be ashamed of him. Fake guilt to try and generate sympathy. Actions speak louder than words has been Harry. And you and your wife's actions have already spoken volumes. Everybody's got the true measure of you too, and no words, platitudes or Instagram posts will ever change that. Now shut up and go away. Another added, Meghan is the most selfish person and does not love her husband unconditionally. If she did, she would not have asked him to leave the only family he's ever known. He had a very loving relationship with his family, unlike Meghan, who is estranged from everyone except her mother. As such, she should have made more of an effort to acclimate to life in the UK as part of the royal family. She basically ripped him away for selfish reasons to live the life of a B-list movie star. That marriage is doomed. The only question is how long before they split. The third wrote, Harry, stay where you choose to be, make money as much as you can, UK, your family is doing well without you. Your conscience and guilt will eventually catch up with you and you'll never forgive yourself till your end. That's part of your history with the monarchy. Shame on you. Mr. Harry Markle. Meanwhile, the older fan thinks that he should feel guilt about how he has behaved since the wedding and the disrespect he has shown his family during the quitting talks. However, I do feel like Meghan is pushing him to where she wants to go and to places that suit her. If Charles, the Queen or Philip sadly dies while he is in the US, he will not just have guilt but also regret as to how he behaved and that he let Meghan drag him away. He has given up everything for Meghan, his family, his country and his royal commitments, and Meghan has only upped her profile even though she has lowered her likability. This strain will probably lead to the inevitable breakup within a year. He should really take the time, whilst under lockdown in Los Angeles, to reflect on his actions and behavior towards the monarchy and the British people. Problem is that he probably can't see clearly given the amount of brainwashing he's been subjected to, but one day, he will. And the last one wrote, he didn't think of any of this before? I have the feeling that he will go running back to the UK after Meghan dumps him. And his grandparents may have already passed away. Charles will have many more responsibilities when he is king and not have much time to be available for Harry. The damage Harry has done with his disrespectful behaviors may not ever be able to be mended with his family. They may forgive on the surface, but never forget and not be able to trust him again, as Harry's judgment is so poor and he isn't very bright. A fan replied, at one time people would have believed this of Harry, but, looking at how he has treated his family, how he snubbed Her Majesty Queen during the summer, how he called out who is royal and who isn't, on their IG page, in a deliberate snipe at Her Majesty Queen, I doubt many will believe he cares for anyone but himself, and more importantly what Meghan feels. She'll have gone into panic mode, at the thought of Charles not being around, to fund their new lavish lifestyle. William is next in line to manage the Duchy of Cornwall, so that won't sit well with Meghan. And with me, I think that, can the sex really be that good? Meghan is physically attractive, yes, but she's certainly not the cream of the crop and has been a fair few pounds overweight for a while low. She's playing him like a fiddle and he's too dumb to see it. She'll leave him when she gets what she wants or can squirm into a more profitable relationship. Harry will be left with heartache, anger, regret, and he will live the rest of his life as an outcast of the royal family. Being honest, he wouldn't have achieved much in life only for being a royal. The same cannot be said for William, who is honorable, and Kate, well, Kate is just fabulous. She could have her pick of men up and down the country and beyond. Harry meanwhile had a lot going for him because of his inherited status, and now he's flung it all away, and his only claim to continual fame is by being a lapdog to AZ list Hollywood actress. Do you agree with me? Please comment for me below and we discuss them. Don't forget to like and share my video for everyone, also subscribe to my channel to not miss any video about the royal family. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.